Listen, you do not have to do 20 years in the military to be successful in the civilian world. Let's talk about it. But you two's goddamn deal, man. It's one on the Pappy. And we are back with another video. Check this out. The generation of today, people, like my age, we're different than the people our parents were back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Our parents and grandparents did 20, 30, 40 years at a job. One job at that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for people in the military. They doing 20 years off rip. Our generation, we not doing that because we know we don't have to do that, and we also come in knowing that we are using the military as a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? I think I think people that do, let me choose my words correctly. I think some people that do 20 years, bro, is because they don't know what else to do. They don't know, or they may be scared of, that sudden change of, you know, separating from the military and going back to civilian world. So they cool with doing 20 years. Now, I'm also a firm believer, bro. If you got a cool, easy job that you don't mind doing 20 years, man, go for it. Go for it. But for the majority, that's not the case. We just using the military to get to further advance our career post military. You know what I'm saying? Uh, in a lot of cases, the troops, the younger troops, are smarter than the old heads that's in the military. You know, they come in knowing they only got to do one enlistment to secure their GI Bill, to secure their VA home loan, to get their security clearance and get on out, start flipping houses or getting into cyber, getting into IT and logistics and contracting. And you making six figures right after the military. You know what I'm saying? And so, as an older supervisor, you see these guys and these girls coming in, and you have that like initial like one-on-one, like what's your goals and this and that for military, and they're telling them like, bro, I'm just here to get this and get that, and I'm out. Nothing more, nothing less. They done did their research on the military. They done did their research on post military. They done did their research on careers post military. So they already coming into the game with their homework completed, and they need this part of, let's just say the the quiz done to further advance. They already know the game, bro. You know, I think some people, the older generation of the military, they like to try to scare people, and it ain't gonna be better on the outside, but it is though. It can be if you're not lazy. You know what I'm saying? You'll go in at 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Come out at 20, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 2. Come in at 22 or 24. That's one enlistment, right? And you already at 100K. And mind you, your E8 still ain't made 100K in a year. You know what I'm saying? So it's better. It can be better. And then if you are a person that get disability together and you do all that, bro, you gonna be touching some onions. You gonna be touching some onions. Way more than you could have ever imagined in the military, dog. And you can make some money in the military too, but there's certain career fields that allow that. But yeah, nah, dog. Yeah, people are getting paid at the military, and you not getting mistreated for 20 years. You gonna get mistreated for 4 years or 6 years, but for 20, no, hell no. You're not soaking your knees and your ankles every day for 20 years. Yeah, nah, bro. I'm 32 years old, and I am very grateful for my time in the military. But it be mornings like this And I wake up like, bro, my body hurt, fool. Knees, elbows, shoulders. I go to sleep feeling fine. I wake up sore. And I'm like, bro, what is going on? But I did have a physical job for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? I've trained a lot of, airmen, a lot of ravens. So, and plus, when you factor in the weight I was lifting weights and how much weight I was lifting, yeah, it comes back. And I'm only 32. I'm only 32. I feel like a 1980 Cutlass hold up. You know how you cut that car on it and let it warm up, bro. When I sit up in the morning, I have to let my body warm up before I get up to go to the restroom and get ready for the day, bro. Like it's crazy, and some of y'all won't ever get to that point because some of y'all gonna have desk jobs, and that's cool, But for the other people that's actually got like a physically demanding type job, yeah, 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 it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I also want to talk about jobs real quick because a lot of people are hitting me up, asking me about this job, that job, this job. Hey, listen. I was security forces. I didn't care about other people's jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say I didn't care. I didn't care to learn about them. But I guess it's the same thing. So, and then now the names of these jobs now, I've been separated for 8 years. So I definitely don't know what these jobs are hitting for now. The only job that I know for sure is one security forces. Any personnel job, finance, goddamn maintenance, medical, supply logistics. I'm probably missing some others, but those really like the big jobs. Oh, of course, IT and cyber for Air Force. And if it ain't those jobs, then shit, I don't know what to tell you. You know, and some of y'all are so I ain't gonna say infatuated. Okay, so y'all are infatuated with making sure y'all have a job that transfer over to the civilian side, which is understandable. Here's what I want to tell you: 90% of the jobs transfer into the civilian world. You know, but with that, I don't want that to be your sole focus. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get a job so you can get a job in the civilian world. You also need to get a job that you don't mind doing, that you're gonna enjoy doing, gonna be happy doing for the next 4 to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to get this job just to secure your future and you hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like do your research on the job. See if there's something you don't mind doing for the next few years. Cause the time is gonna go by fast, bro. When you think about it, your first year is basic in tech school. That's the first year. And then you're gonna be going into year two. And then you got 2 years left. Well, maybe four if you sign for six. But yeah, make sure you also find a job that you enjoy doing, bro. Yeah. Because if not, your time in the military gonna be trash. And then you're gonna get out and be like, man, I hate the military. Nah, bro, you hate the military because you chose the wrong job. And here's also what I know and what I am experiencing. These career fields, especially the ones that love hiring veterans, bro, they don't, I'm not gonna say they don't care, but once they see Air Force on your resume, they already move you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that is promising you a job, but you're automatically considered just because your resume say Air Force. People, for as much uh BS and jokes that the Air Force get, people really respect people that went to the Air Force, dog. You know what I'm saying? I I got out of a ticket because I was Air Force. I got out of a ticket because I was Air Force. Uh, I was driving home in the car I had at the moment. I had my windshield tinted black because one, it's hot in Texas, and two, it messes with my headache sometimes. So my car has to be as dark as possible during the day because, you know, and so I'm driving and the cop seen me, immediately U-turn. I said, dang, bro. And so he seen that I was a bit off rip because he seen the license plate. And then he got my license. And with me, I always get my license and my military ID just to see if that's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because giving a veteran a ticket, that's tough. That's tough. And so sometimes I'll be trying to see if I can play that card. And sometimes it don't work, but sometimes it do. In this case, it did because not only did I give him my BA card, my license says Veteran Air Force at the bottom. And so with that, he asked me, did the tent, was that part of my like disability? I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he said, what branch you was? I said, Air Force. He said, you're lucky, you one of the lucky ones. I said, ha 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 ha, just laughing out, trying to get out the ticket. And he just said, you know what, I'm gonna give you one, man. You be safe, man. And I said, bet, appreciate it. I got out of a ticket because I'm Air Force. Now, if I was Army or whatever case may be, I'm probably getting that ticket, big dog. But yeah, just want to come on here and touch a few things. I want to talk about the 20 years for sure because you do not have to do the 20 years. You don't. Not to be successful in the civilian world, no sir. So don't when you go and you meet your supervisor or whatever, and you meet your flight chief that's in year 19 going on 20, and they try to scare you into making you stay in because the outside world ain't what it, man, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Because you can get right immediately after the military, and you'll make way more money that you ever can make or dream about making in the military. You know what I'm saying? 6-figure job, VA disability, you flipping houses, you go to school. Man, that's 4 checks right there. That's 4 checks. You start your little side hustle. That's 5 checks. And meanwhile, that 18-year sergeant is only counting on 2 checks a year until he get out. Like, what we talking about? What we talking about? So yeah, man. If you already coming into the military with a game plan, and you just know for a fact that you're just using this to get to the next level or to elevate you, man, you already winning. You already winning. I'm not saying don't listen to whatever your supervisor and flight chief gotta say, but I'm also saying don't listen to what your supervisor and flight chief gotta say because they are still in a certain living in a different dimension in a way. Like you only know military view, and you only know the military. You know what I'm saying? I know the job market can seem a little crazy right now, but trust me, sometimes it's not always about what you know, it's who you know. Networking. You know what I mean? So yeah, you don't have to do 20 years, and if you a old head veteran that's gonna type in my comments, I don't care, bro. I don't care. This generation is smarter than y'all. Y'all playing it safe and they taking risk, and majority of the time the risk is taken is paying off. That's sparkling, man. Every time I be recording, she always gotta make her presence known. But yeah, so take that into consideration. Take what I said about the jobs into consideration, and yeah, go be great. You know what I'm saying? So quick little video this morning. I just got up. I'm finna get this video uploaded. And you got any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll respond back to you. Follow me on Instagram _PappyG. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out, dog.